This is Thomas WR Stories and More, and today I'm going to be doing another custom story set. And this one is based on the episode Thomas Comes to Breakfast, which is requested by the user RememberS_22. And I'll link their channel in the description below. So shout out to you for requesting the story set video on my James Goes Buzz custom set video. So we're going to get started with what engines you get in this set. So we start off with Donald and Douglas. As you can see, we're in the actual episode where they help out Thomas from the house where he crashed into the house because he thought he was so cheeky without going without his conductor because he knew what he was doing, and apparently not. So I thought it'd be a really good inclusion to include them in a set because they were never included in a set. Throughout all the years that learning curve, I made them, which is unfortunate. And then we got Thomas himself, and this is the Thomas Comes to Breakfast, the limited edition that I have. And you could have bought it individually as well. As you can see, it's an exclusive version of Thomas, obviously with the broken fence piece in the house and the trees and all that. And he crashed into the house. Unfortunately, do not have the Thomas Comes to Breakfast house, but I substituted in for this house that came in the set of 3 buildings. So, the riser. So I decided to substitute that in. And then the 2 fence pieces as well that came in the actual set. And the buffer when you bought it individually back then. And then we got the conductor with the mother and the kids. I took these from the family of 4, except the father. And he was eating with his family in the dining room place, and he crashed into it while this happened, and they were really mad at what he did at them. And then we go over here, we get Toby, who's obviously a main character in the episode, and Percy as well as present, and they pretty much tell Thomas that you wouldn't dare do it, and he actually did it. That's what caused him to have his accident. So yeah, now we're gonna talk about the whole layout and talk about everything else you get in this set later. So we're gonna start with the sheds right here, the main things that people want. So these 3 special engine heads are supposed to represent Farquhar sheds that came out in the actual episode, where Thomas, Percy, and Toby were actually talking about what his conductor told them that you didn't even need me to stop because he knows exactly where to stop when you're at the station. As you can see, we get 3 special engine sheds. Then we get 3 track adapters, and then we get 3 3-inch straight tracks. Then we get the 3-way parallel switch track, which thought make the set more special than what it is. And then we get another adapter, a curve track, a switch, and then we get this adapter. Then we get a T switch. Then we get an adapter, another T switch, which is pretty shocking. And then obviously we got Donald, Douglas, and Thomas. These are just straight tracks and another adapter, and then we get the buffer at the end that's supposed to come off. But unfortunately mine does not come off, but that's it. It still looks exactly like the one that came in the Thomas Comes to Breakfast accessory pack back in the 90s. Then we come back out in this outer perimeter right here. We got 2 curved tracks, then we got an ascending track, and then the riser, and then 2 curved viaducts, which that'd be nice to add in just to remake the viaduct with the grist mill with water wheel. I decided to actually include in the set just to give the set a lot of decoration and to accurately recreate the episode as best as possible. Then we get our ascending track and an adapter, and then a switch track that goes down to where the windmill's at. So if you want to recreate the Thomas and Friends intro, you could do that. You could just move the windmill wherever you like. And then we get 2 straight tracks of different sizes, then some curved tracks. We're in the outer perimeter, by the way. Then an 8-inch straight track with some curved tracks, and then we get a 4-inch straight track, and then we got this long bumpy track that I also decided to include in the set because obviously this episode is based on Thomas, and learning curve would have probably made something similar to this, because obviously like he's the whole face of the brand, obviously, and they wouldn't miss out on opportunities to make this, to let this go away. But unfortunately, they had a lot of toys they were making back in the day. Then we come back down to the center right here. We got the switch track that I talked about. And then we go straight, we got our switch track, and then, which goes to the siding with the ramp. So if you want to recreate Percy Takes the Plunge, you could do that as well. At least like some parts of the episode. And then we got Annie and Clarabelle, by the way, because Thomas was seen pulling them. And you can recreate the interesting pretty accurately, in my opinion. And then, yeah, that's the whole entire like layout. So there's pretty much 2 loops you can go through. And obviously 2 dead ends, this dead end and this dead end, and then these I don't really count them because those are like destinations. So yeah, now I'm gonna be talking about what rolling stock and coaches you get in the set. So we get Henrietta. I thought it'd be nice to include in because we already had Toby here, and then we get a gray face troublesome truck. So Percy has something to do, and Toby as well, while Thomas is being rescued by Donald and Douglas, and then Annie and Clarabelle that I just mentioned. And now I'm gonna be talking about what accessories you get in this set. We get a lot for the set of this size. I consider this like an intermediate, between an intermediate set and a deluxe set if Learning Curve were to release this along with the other sets during the late 90s. So pretty much the late 90s until like the end of the clickety clack era in 2001, 2002. And then we get 3 signals on different parts of the layout. Then we get the figure at the top and high side to include a 3D figure, just to make the set more exclusive and remembered by the Thomas community if this were to come out. Then we get this conductor with the oil can, helping with the whole rescue operation. Then we got the 3 figures from the family, 4 except the father. Then the conductor, that is Thomas's conductor, and then we get in total of 6 trees. So we got 2 regular pine trees on different parts of the whole set, and then we get 2 snow-covered pine trees on the very far end of the layout, and then we get 1 regular tree, which is green, and then these 2 seasonal ones that are next to Farquhar sheds. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole set. I personally think I did a good job of doing this whole set. And I'll see you on the next video, and just stay tuned for the 400 subscriber special I have planned coming up.